situation is changing. Here, we get across here. All right. One thing to keep in mind is two things. Now then, the bucket is finished. Well, almost finished. It just needs, for me to swap over the AC to DC adapter. Not just that, but also I saw to cut off the top for me to be able to use the thing. And then there's the matter of the ingredients to put in it. Now then, the time right now is around 7 o'clock. It's literally 7. Now, I did receive a letter that said the maintenance and putting air conditioning units and stuff like, like the filters, new filters. They said something about that. Here's the deal though, maintenance does not work around 7 o'clock. Alright? They don't work at 7 o'clock. Not even past 6. They don't. I shouldn't, so I waited in there. No, none of those people who you heard on the outside bothered knocking on the door. Could have been they waited for me to leave, possibly. Very possibly. But, what I'm gonna do, like every bit of evidence I can find, if they laced anything, I will take cotton swabs of that, and I will have it analyzed when I get the necessary equipment needed. Oh wait, gotta check out the chat. Hey Awaken. I'm just gotta handle some business while I'm out, and then I'm probably gonna head to the store, and then I'm heading back. They probably already figured out where I'm going anyway. But I had to definitely start the live because they're gonna get a lot more desperate now that I'm on the verge of actually breaking free from this tech. I noticed from either viewing other TIs and their situations and other circumstances of people who also broke out, but also know that they do a lot of obvious things. Then I'm going to go ahead and just say this for the live stream. The people who are responsible for doing this stuff, if they ever try to stop this live stream, don't be surprised. Understand that this is just a corrupt organization that's responsible for it. I'm saying this for the live stream so everybody will know. People are involved in illegalized harassment and stalking of many different TIs out there. Hey, how's it going, Craig? Now they're gonna keep it all covert since I got the live going, but yeah. Looks like the quality's pretty good. Whoa. See that? Now you guys can actually get a clear view of that. While I'm out, no less. Now I'm near phone poles, but let me walk away from that a bit. Okay, so they're turning it down. Last time this thing was pixelated so you couldn't see what they were doing. I'm in the middle of the street, but I am near the street light, so that's probably what it's picking up. Probably not. I'm not around any electronic equipment. Just so you know. Alright, I'm going to have to keep it at a good distance from the phone. Oop. That's not the phone it's picking up. See that? The phone's plenty far away from that, but look at it. I'm moving far away, still in the red. Still in the red. This is as I'm outside too. As you see there, they're trying to slow my movements down. As I'm walking, I am being beamed with directed energy weapons. As I am walking, minding my business, I am being beamed with directed energy weapons. Up to around 3,000, going up to near 4,000. This is what these people are doing. They're hiding amongst the public and they're doing this. Don't be surprised, they tend to also mess with the street lights as well. I'm being hit with around levels of over 8,000 UTs of radiation right now. Over 8,000. Hey, I have more cars coming through. All right. These people are getting, I really shouldn't even be saying anything, but they're getting desperate. Like real desperate. See the red? Just time, as soon as I show up, doorknobs are laced. Don't even touch any of this. Locked. Get out of my way. Get the fuck away from me. No, don't. I ain't talking to you, lady. Get away from me. The lookout. I need a I need a $425 money order.
Yeah, cash.
You don't take credit anymore?
Yeah, cash.
Only do cash only? Okay. You say your ATM not working? That seems to be quite a convenience, don't you think? But all right. They're lying. They jacked it, most likely jacked it up before I even showed up. That's what they did. Now, the coincidence is gonna show if I cross this street again and it's the same shit, okay? It's gonna be the exact same thing, most likely. They planned this dumb shit as soon as I showed up. This is what they do. These people are literally out of their minds. If you're wondering what they're doing now, they're trying to set me up for an incident. They'll have people strategically pull up around the exact same time, have someone ease in the way of my blind spot, and at the last second, bam. And then they're gonna try to just lie their way through it. They do this dumbass shit when people try to break free from their system. That's a lot of money, a corrupt of money in here, and a lot of people ought to be ashamed of themselves. Now here's the deal. I gotta cross that street 2 more times. 2 more times. People who are watching this, you need to understand this is a setup. Damn, I think I did that wrong. And now. Oh wait, no. So.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
I want people to understand just as soon as I was crossing the street, I was being hit with levels of radiation up to around 8,000 before I crossed the street. Okay? Before I crossed the damn street. Now, you all saw that. There ain't no discredited, there ain't no lying, ain't nobody can lie their way out of it. That's just exactly what happened. You don't think I'm bullshitting? I'm gonna show you again when I cross the street once more. This is what's known as a damn setup for an accident. That's precisely what they do. There are people who even work in these establishments nearby who are all fucking in on this bullshit. You think I lost my mind? You can just check out the channel and see all the information that they do not want people seeing. Mischievous Space M YouTube. Okay. Oh boy. Here's the thing. That gas station that I just left, they used to only it wasn't I don't believe it was it always no. Excuse me, let me press it. Okay, that's done. Again, I want to show you all this once more time. When I cross the street, they're going to beam me with a shit ton of radiation. I got my Gauss meter as evidence. As evidence. So can't nobody tell me shit. Period. Not a damn thing. Ain't no discrediting of anything. That's precisely what it is. I mean, I ain't afraid of death, but people need to know that this shit exists. And that this is actually happening. Give me a second. All right, I'm back out. I'm gonna show you the meter again. You see that shit? That's over 3,000. I'm standing here and I'm still being beamed even now. I'm standing right here. I shouldn't be talking, but you can see this. I'm standing right outside. You want to see where I'm at? You can see that. See how these people walking around, they all know what this shit is. Now, the PSYOP is basically meant to get me unstable. I'm not. So from here on out, you see that? From here on out, I'm going to remain calm. Not going to say nothing. But I want people to understand that this shit is a setup. Now, if I get up in the accident, this was no mere coincidence, okay? It wasn't. It was not. Just to play it safe, I'm not finna cross right now. I'm not finna cross right now. I'm gonna wait. See how that light's immediately changes the minute I make it to the corner? I'm gonna wait, take my time. People need to be careful because these people are when you're on the verge of breaking free from this tech, they go very crazy to basically try to set you the fuck up. I'm not joking. They'll send people to do random stunts to get you to react. Desperately to get you to react. Either almost hitting you, actually hitting you, or so many things to get your attention to deflect you from what's really going on. Yeah, no. I want to make sure I get all of this around us recorded. See that the light is on green? I'm still being beamed. Now, as I'm talking here, as I'm stating here, it's red. The light's green, that's red. See that? They're far away. Now I'm about to move. After I get this done, I will not say another word because they're getting EEG data to basically try to force a reaction. They'll send people to you to do just that. Normally, I would not even lose my cool like this, but I gotta be extra careful because they're getting extra desperate. Let me just get a good look at the plate. All right. By the way, that's not illegal. It's perfectly legal to film the cops. Whoa. I'm here to get the four in it. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Ten on 2003. Did you record the people? Huh? What that soft backwoods you heard about it?
Huh?
I'm about to say I pulled up 6.
And I put my foot on.
Huh? Debit card, yeah.
Y'all know the camera's pointed towards the doorway, just for my defense.
Huh? I'm gonna swipe you, heard? No, I appreciate that.
Hey, the $425 money order. What you have to do to the machine? What you have to do to the machine?
That wasn't for you. That was for another company. I put loyalty points in. Money off how much?
Other you don't have us.
Money off how much?
Huh?
You know it's cash on it?
The what? Yeah, I know. 425. I got a 440 on me.
426.49.
Oh wow. Man. There you go. There's a 440. I can't wait to get the fuck off this damn system and out of this fucked up town and out of this fucked up country. Seriously. Done with all of this. Now, people want to know, when they beam you with high rates of energy like that, they try to basically stage a situation and make it look like an accident. That's why I'm basically speaking out while I am, because honestly, what that is attempted murder. When you start beaming people with that stuff when they cross the street like that.
You need a receipt?
Yeah, thank you.
Here, the change.
Oh. Technically, that's attempted murder when you start beaming people with DEWs right when they're getting ready to cross the street. Just give me a second. still here. Now, you all can see this. The guys paid up basically a paid troll, pretty much a paid perk. Not getting into it with that. They got the lookout over there too. Now then, I'm glad I calmed down, because they do try to get you to, well, basically get worked up. Again, when you start beaming with people with DEWs, my evidence showed itself, and it's going to show itself yet again. Oh, so now they want to cut it off. Explain to they can't. I mean, just explain to me. Does it make sense for a person to be beamed with that many levels of radiation, with a Gauss meter showing it as I'm crossing the street? Does that make sense? Now the light's on the red. I'm not going in that one. I'm gonna wait for the next one. Oh, so they don't want to turn it off. I cannot wait to get this damn nanotech out of my system for good. But let me tell you something. It's gonna get much dangerous after that. The beige car never left. You see, I'm waiting here patiently for the next red light. They're gonna have some people turning out. If you're wondering, you can use this thing as a compass. See that? One of those vehicles that was just basically towing down there, that's where that basically where that frequency or directed energy was coming from. Yes, they do have that. This could be as a means for them to basically try to have something to try to discredit me with, but in this case, you can't explain why there's high levels of radiation being beamed, up, and it just so happens to turn off. You can't discredit that. And this is a Gauss meter, by the way, meant to detect high EMF levels and radiation. Now, I could even go on this light, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the third one just to show how patient I am. I'm in no rush. I cannot wait to get the fuck off this grid and get the hell away from these satanic individuals, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna just be beyond happy when I do that. Be away from this bullshit for good. Away and far away from these people. No more of this shit. No more will I have to even deal with these idiots who are just selling their soul for money anymore. No more will I have to hear their ignorant bullshit. And by the way, when I was basically saying this earlier, the store clerk rolled her eyes, because she knows she's working for their bullshit, and she rolls her eyes, so she knows what's going on. They're not now. I could not. Naturally, I could talk to them in a rational kind of way, which I always do, normally do. But in this case, I'm not wasting any time. I'm not playing their psyop games. I'm just gonna get what I need to get, take care of what I need to take care of, and I'm going straight home. That is my direct objective. Get what I need to get and go home. I didn't come out here to engage in no fights, no arguments, no talkative, nothing like that. The minute I see this type of shit, the minute I just exclude myself from the problem. That's how I handle it. Now you see, the light's on red, cars are turning. There's a few cars there, but no turning signals. So, I'm moving forward. I'm looking towards the other direction as I pass by because I got to while I'm recording on the other side. Alright. So far, so good. They're doing their best they can, hitting me with this many levels of radiation because they know I'm gonna break out of this. So they're trying to get as much EEG data as they can, and I should not be talking, dude. I really shouldn't, because I'm putting myself in danger by doing so. Those cars are far away, enough for me to cross through. By the way, with what that guy was saying, it's not illegal to record in a public area. Don't matter who the fuck is around. Public place, public place. Now, if I was to record him putting his credentials into the machine, that's illegal. But you all saw the footage as I'm seeing it now, and that was nowhere near pointed towards him. I moved the camera. I need to go mute. Tansy, I would tell you, but I can't talk right now. If you want to know why, they had this up to around like 8,000 as I was crossing the street. 8,000. So I gotta go silent for my own safety. Everybody, this is what I have to deal with when I'm in my apartment and whenever I go outside. Being hit with over high levels of radiation. Literally forcing my walking to be unstable. As this is happening, there are people on the side gaslighting, taunting as this is happening. And these people don't give a damn about nobody but themselves. I can't wait to get the fuck off this grid. They want to go ahead and drown themselves in their disgusting, sinful of cesspool bullshit. Go right ahead, because they can count me the fuck out. I'm out. Huh. Let it be known. If y'all didn't hear it from anybody else, you're hearing it from together. With the things, I'm not a man who fears death in any way, shape, or form. As I know, the devil uses that as a... And anybody who is so foolish enough to buy into that, who is basically going to lose their soul in it. And yet, people who buy into this whole material thing don't realize why the devil is soul in the first place. They don't care how much money you got. You could have all kinds of materialistic compared to a soul that don't count for shit. Not a damn thing. People are just willing to just, you see, they think of only what's happening now, but they don't think about the them. They don't. They usually lace things, look out around the area as they do it. They usually want to make sure you see exactly what you're picking up when they do this, so that they know what to lace in future reference to whatever you're going to pick up next. Again, to some people who are not aware of this behavior, you won't understand unless you look at the videos I've already posted about this stuff. It doesn't look like much because it's a attempt to basically expose itself in front of you. It's not. But to me, considering that that's a scout, that's a setup. I wonder where they stopped. They're still on. And apparently my heart is racing. I'm calm, but this isn't normal circumstances. This circumstances being manipulated by terror. They don't care about nobody but themselves. They don't. I'm going to see exactly where that's going to get them in the long run. Now, even right now as I speak, I'm still being victimized by manipulation. I remember what Vulcan was talking about. He had 2 Schumann resonators, and they used that stuff on him as a way to basically, get one of them away from him. Now, I'm in possession of 2. Same thing. Same exact thing. People aren't going to see what's happening, fighting what's happening. But the people out on the field know full damn well what's happening. They're fully aware. This live stream is my evidence to everything that's happening as I pass by. To anyone who is not involved, this is in no way in way to shame you, but I'm afraid if you are a part of the opposition, part of the I can't decide on what I want, actually. I don't need to eat any of that junk. This will be the same type of thing that happened before. Being with high ends of radiation in a Walmart. And what happens during that time? Simple. They tried to basically use these weapons to force me to assault somebody, and I wasn't having that. The minute I left the store, right? The minute I left, a whole bunch of unusual FBI vehicles start pulling up around the area because I didn't do their bullshit like they wanted to. I'm rejecting it now, and I rejected it then. and lie. Oh wait. I'm gonna have to be careful on my way back. It's gonna be just as dangerous. It's gonna be hell trying to get off this grid. I can already tell all of you that right now. My ankles are being weighed down as I speak, force me to walk in a certain type of way. As this happens, there will be people gaslighting me. At the same time this is happening. Look at how he walks. Oh, he walks like that because I'm nothing of the sort. The thing that they're doing is bullshit. And I know the truth. You all know the truth. And I'm going to destroy this organization and make sure I have everyone who's accountable for what they're doing. So I hope you hear me, because I'm going to basically expose this organization for what it's doing. Not afraid of any officer behind a badge. Officer is just the basically officer, whether they're security or not. We get the hell out of here, like now, because this is Huh. Oh, I know. But I gotta put this up. This quick. The meter is still running, so it'll beep if they turn it on. Not on the screen. This should have crap. I can only imagine the destruction God is going to unleash upon them when they have to answer for their actions. They laugh about it now, but it's just the same no matter how you look at it. People like that until it's time to basically pay the price. When it's that time, well, they grow cowardly. They beg for forgiveness. Please don't. But I don't know what else to say about it, man. It is what it is. And you try to warn them, you do, but they just give in to the evil that basically is possessing them. Alright, I got all that I need and I'm out of here. Blue shorts, but I'm not falling for the psyop technique. That's just a setup so they have an excuse. Just calling it out as it's shown. They do this for reactions, and that's all there is to it. There's witnesses to this, so anybody involved, just know people see what you're doing. But of course, you're gonna hide behind the crooked law, right? Figures.
18.
I can't wait to get off this damn grid and away from this damn corruption. For good. You can have this damn cesspool of a damn country. Unless people are willing to wake up to basically change it. Thank you. I'm afraid it may be long lost, but doesn't mean people have to basically sit around and deal and be around crooked people 24/7. You don't have to come to that. All right, I'm out of here. Huh. Now, I had the meter to show people this ain't no regular circumstances. 5G, COVID-19 is basically both linked. Now, if you're aware, the person who was hired to install this tech, you've all seen the video, I'm sure. He was basic. In fact, let me put my damn thing on. I can't be breathing this air. You're all aware that the same thing was related. I basically even have a video of people literally in schools, no less, having mysterious illness symptoms. And this is before this whole COVID-19 bullshit even started. Now, they were complaining that, like, whenever they were inside the building, they would feel sick. All of this would happen. Me being with this directed energy weapons is basically, as you guessed it, a setup. I said it before, I said it again. You want to block that symptom, you want to block that falsified bullshit, get copper fabric and wear it. They can't fuck with you like that after that. The most they're doing right now is messing with my legs and raising up my temperature with these weapons. I don't give a fuck what anybody's excuse is. You can't sit there and tell me jack crap of anything. And if you do, you're just nothing. That's just another paid schmuck. That's just another paid schmuck to lie and to cover the truth. And meanwhile, people are dying because of this shit. See that? As I walk, I'm letting people know this is what they do when I walk, so they can have an excuse to talk shit. I'm going home, and I can't even go home in peace because I'm constantly being beamed with their stupid weapons and their deceitful satanic bullshit. Another psyop. When they do that, just keep the thing in point view range. Now then, let it be known, there are powerful large amounts of radiation being beamed on me as I walk out. Anybody who I don't know who's involved in this shit know what they're doing, and they're a bunch of liars being paid off. You want a fucking reaction? You just got it. Oh God, this is getting bad. This thing may cut off with me heading back into the apartment complex. Oh damn. Oof. Oh damn. I got 2 Schumann resonators, so they're beaming the hell out of me right now with this weapon. I don't know what it is, but I can still feel it. I can definitely feel that, but the meter's barely detecting it. I may be going through hell right now, but let me tell you something. They're going to be super pissed when I break free from this. They're going to be super pissed because this shit they're doing now won't work. But I want people to understand it's going to get a lot dangerous when you do. When you break free from their bullshit, it's going to get a lot dangerous. You have to be ready when that happens because they're going to do everything they can to stop you. When you try to leave, they're going to do as many psyop tactics as they possibly can. Us TIs cannot leave off the grid alone. It has to be in a group. It has to be in a group. Gotta be. Just to be safe. Because these assholes will overrun a single person. I'm brave enough to basically tell them off even to their face, even if it's like a double-edged fucking sword. Oh, God. I need to hurry up and finish that damn barrel. Oh. I just got a good feeling. It would have been a lot worse off for me if I had not have started the live stream when I did. It would have been a lot worse. Oh, damn. I just laughed though. I laugh because the devil is bullshit. Both the devil and his effed up minions are full of crap. All of them are. I may be being tortured right now, but I'm laughing because it's funny how pathetic they really are. Their weaponry is so damn fragile. Christian music can basically really like render it ineffective. It's so freaking pathetic that something that I concocted that cost no more than under $40 is able to fuck up with their frequencies. It's so pathetic that these gang stalkers have to make themselves off like clowns. Covering this up. Alright. Again, that's circumstance, not intentional. If a person walks right in front of you, they chose to do that regardless of whatever reason. Now then, I'm actually shocked this thing is still going. Usually it cuts off when I get in here. Oh man. I'm happy with that. Oh man. Oh, this is beyond fucking insane, and I am happy. Do your worst, bitch, because I can still help those in need. I don't fear death. Maybe you should stop acting like a pussy. There ain't no opportunities. You didn't say best motherfucker. You ain't to act out on it, or you shut the fuck up. It's either one or the other. It ain't no nothing between the two. It ain't no way between the two. Most time, I should have prayed, and I didn't. Well, I prayed you for fun of your heart to forgive me, and I thank you for allowing me to make it back home safely. Shalom. Fuck, dude. I'm not mad. Oh, this is still going. Nice. Nice. I thought it stopped, but I'm glad we're still rolling. Oh man, I am just. You all saw what they did when I went out there. 8,000 watts of amounts of radiation being beamed on my body. My freaking shoulders hurt. It's crazy. You want to know what they're? You want to know why they do that shit though? They do that to get a falsified, get a bullshit ass excuse to send that into the next phase. I'm not going to say what the next phase is because I'm pretty certain with all you have seen, you already know what it is. But let it be known, there are witnesses that witness that shit, that I'm being beamed with like 8,000 amounts of radiation. 8,000. How do you explain that? How do you I don't even see how a person can discredit that. I wasn't just being beamed with it. You could tell it was beamed on me directly because I was walking. And it was still there. They didn't even give a damn that you guys were seeing it. They didn't give a damn that you guys could see all of that. They did not give two shits. Not a single one. Oh, man. Ugh. I gotta get out of this layered clothing. Ow. I really shouldn't take this thing off, but I don't have much of a choice in the matter right now. Ugh. Damn copper compressed fabric. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, well. I need to hit that bucket again, and I need to take another detox bath. But I need to check on the equipment. Because if they fucked with it, well, that's my meal ticket that they do. Because it's going to be the evidence that I need. Every little thing that they do all counts towards evidence. By the way, don't be intimidated by a fucking perp when they tell you when you're recording it's illegal. They're lying to you. They just don't want their face on camera. That's all that is. They don't want their face on camera. Why? Because think about it. There's another TI in Baton Rouge. What's he gonna think when he actually, identifies a perp who's stalking him, who he is clearly seeing that person's face? And you see there, if you don't believe me, go. I mean, I know you all do, but just go ahead and check out Targeted Individuals channel and the recent vid he made, and he was basically going on about a TI. He believes she was legit, but the thing about her is that they went as far as to basically offer her a way out when those two were about to collaborate, when they were both about to meet up. Two TIs is a big fucking threat to them, because when you have two people identifying the exact same people who are psyoping and stalking them, you can't say shit against that. You can't discredit them. You can't, because that's two eyewitnesses. 3, if anybody even has the goal to try to discredit that, they're being paid, without a doubt. Even 2 was enough to know that they're being somewhat paid. Oh, fuck, where's my aloe vera plant? Oh, damn. I can't wait to be far away from these arrogant pricks. I can't wait to be away from both of them. They can rot in their own cesspool of sin if they want. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Man. Yeah, me too, Christian. Me too. I hope everybody's staying safe. But you all saw you all saw for yourself how dangerous it is out there. I mean, here's the thing. Earlier, when I first got the bucket in the mail, when I went downstairs to go grab it, better yet, no, it wasn't the bucket. It wasn't the bucket, I don't believe. It was the, it was the bucket. It was the bucket because the other night, the previous night I had went downstairs to grab the barrel. So when the Home Depot bucket came in the mail, I went downstairs to go grab the box, right? As soon as I get out of the elevator, boom, psyop. With the cart and everything. They do this periodically too. They do it all the time. Pushing a cart just to basically recalibrate their bullshit. That's what they do. And ain't no coincidence that they do this. This is precisely what they are, hired to do. A lot of people are going to probably look at this and say, oh, well, this guy's crazy. He's schizophrenic. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not. honestly, this is the situation that where we're dealing with people where that whole schizophrenic thing is growing so old. This whole all in this person's own head is getting so old. It's becoming a bad fucking joke. Okay. And it's starting to become more and more clear. Clearly, people are just using this as an excuse just to basically cover shit up due to financial interest. That's what's going on today. And more people are waking up to this. And damn, what just fell? Please tell me it wasn't glass. And fuck, it was glass. Damn. Oh well. Oh well. At least there's no mess though now to clean up. It's all in the bag. No biggie. But I'm sure as heck ain't using this. That's dangerous. But anyway, that lady that showed up with the cart ended up in a scripted conversation on the phone, talking about some. Well, you're gonna die. Like, I know you don't want to die, but you're gonna die if you don't take your medication. This happened this literally got said as soon as I got off the elevator. And then coincidentally, when I go outside, you can't tell me that's not a coincidence. As soon as I go outside, I'm being with over 8,000 amounts of radiation. 8,000? That's not a coincidence. Even while I'm moving, this so happened to happen while I'm crossing the street. Can that not be any more of a coincidence? Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, because these gang stalkers are demons. Like, some of them could be victims of circumstances whose minds have been fully manipulated by the monster that's basically that's paying them to do this. But from what some of the stuff I witnessed, I would not be surprised if some of these individuals are just fully brainwashed into just acting like that. And I know, because no sensible person, even after they saw some of them, I keep telling them my channel, and I still see the same people doing the exact same shit, exact same stuff. I tell them my channel so they'll be informed of what they're eating and what they're drinking and shit. So what really is going on, and they still do it. If that's not a sign that these people are not being mind controlled, I don't know what is, man, or somewhat manipulated. Oh, that's better. Normally, I don't really care. Might as well mention it. They also have a guy, the dude basically talks about the same thing over and over and over again, constantly. Now, I know they hired him to do this to basically project negative and to keep on the post-traumatic stress going on. And if you don't believe that, I'll gladly catch audio of it for you all if you want to know. Just so you all know that I'm not fucking around, that there is a person doing that. Now, he's probably listening in right now to say, oh, he's reacting. No, bitch. I'm just waiting for as many things you guys can do so I can document it all and hold you all responsible when your operation is exposed. That's what it is. And when they start showing up talking about some, no, I didn't do that. Why? You want to know what I'm going to say? Why are you being paranoid? I got the evidence here. That's going to be my exact words. Why are they being paranoid? Give them the medicine, give them a little taste of their own fucked up medicine, what they basically been doing in so many TIs. But I'm telling you, if we don't get enough people to wake up soon, you're going to have to just get the hell off the grid. That honestly is really just the best to do that regardless, and still spread out the truth. But it's going to be too dangerous staying on her. I can only imagine what Kyle is going through right now, and he lives out here too. I can only imagine, man. Be right back. I gotta check on a few things. Damn. Okay, parameters clear. For people who are not aware of what those high radiation levels were doing, that stuff triggers acts of manipulation. It tries to trigger either a type of thought, a type of mood, or a type of action. That's what it does. So that whole time, I was basically fighting against that. That whole time, when you saw those high levels of radiation just beaming up. Let me go grab the aloe vera plant. Damn. Oh, man. Oh. I'm going to order a crap ton of seeds if I get the chance. A crap ton. Man. Rose, that doesn't matter. Even if they can, it's not going to matter. You're gonna, as long as you got enough people to basically defend yourself, because it's difficult when it's just one person. However, if you're free from this tech, they can't manipulate you like that. They can't. Not to mention, as long as with people having the technology to basically just get this stuff out of their systems, it's gonna basically defeat the purpose of constantly doing it. But one thing they cannot ever allow is for them to take the guns. That cannot happen, because if that does happen, they're just gonna roll everything in and not give two shits, which clearly they don't really care anyway. But they're trying to sneak the stuff in and sneak a lot of the stuff out going on, because you saw those riots, right? You all saw those riots. Imagine if those riots were going on for people doing the right thing, taking down the actual organization that's basically full of shit, and stripping these people of their power and stripping them out of office, stripping them of their rank, and holding everybody who basically worked with them and helped them out all accountable for what they have done. Oh, man. Oh. I didn't ask to be born, and I know the Most High is definitely looking out for all of us. But I guess the whole thing is true. Life really is a bitch, I definitely have my faiths up, and that's never going to change. But man, I'd never imagined that there'd be people out there this damn evil. Like, seriously, I would have never imagined any of that. Oh, damn. Man, they go through the links. They go through some serious links out of a desperate attempt just to psyop. I hope people definitely know one of the most important things to get while you still can is seeds, because they already are vaccinating the meats, and they had that were actually, now that I think about it, I think the name of the channel was Apply a Truth for You, if I'm not mistaken. Turns out they're not only they're trying to basically set it up to where, like, the minute there's an outbreak of that whole C-19 bullshit, at the schools. Apparently, they're gonna have, and I'm telling you, if you all need to see that video he uploaded, they have got some really disgusting, perverted shit trying to basically have that going for the kids in those schools. And they got it set up to where the only people who actually have authority over the kids is the fucking World Health Organization. Think that's bad? Dude, there's a ton of perversion in that article of what they're planning on bringing out, and they're not even ashamed that they're showing that. They're not even ashamed of it. And to make matters worse, they even coming after people's pets too, trying to say, oh, well, you're not going to be able to, they're saying, they got the whole thing about the bats saying, oh, well, like, because of the bats, the cats and dogs are going to possibly have it too, and be able to spread it to, owners and stuff like that. So they're also coming after people's pets as well. Talking about oh, no, you can't have pets. And it's just insane. It is just freaking insane, man. I'm telling you, though, it's definitely going to be, vigilante justice is literally just around the corner, and people are not going to just sit around tolerating this. Right now, no. Let me tell you something, though. Christian, it took them, let me tell you something. It took them like 6 to 7 years. 6 to 7 years, okay? Well, actually, not really so much as 7. I guess like around 4, maybe like 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 at most. That long, right? Actually, no, wait a minute, because technically I'm almost there. And when I started, that was like, so I guess that was like about a good 6 or 7 years. Definitely a good 6 or 7. But it took them that long just to basically have me fired. And the only reason why I got fired is because of running late. But at the same time, I already know a lot of people are going through the same thing. They'll be the same thing y'all just saw me going through now. They would do that while I was on my way to work. While I'm on the way to work, there would be people they would just be beaming me down with this stuff, causing me to walk slow. And then it gets even worse because like they got the people psyoping you up and down the elevator and shit, messing with it. All in an attempt just to get a person fired. All in an attempt to get a person homeless. All in an attempt to get somebody to basically just to literally completely jack somebody's life up. And I cannot understand how these individuals are able to sleep soundly at night knowing that they are terrorizing people. I can only imagine the amount of punishment God is going to give them. I can only imagine. Let me tell you something though. Burning in hell for all eternity is not it is not a pretty sight. It is not. And people who have had sensations to where they either got a burn, like some people will accidentally touch the stove top when it's hot, or some people will accidentally touch fire at some point. Kristen, don't worry, man. It was dangerous at that job, dude. They were lacing me left and right with nano poisoning. They would put it on a suit that I would switch out. It was so bad there because it was just a psyop after a psyop, gaslighting after gaslighting. So much had happened. So much stuff that they would have long since have been sued and literally had their stuff shut down for. Them people were so damn scared of one single person that they could not basically get the back down, and they cannot basically get rid of under their their setup bullshit because it didn't work, and I wouldn't let it work. And it was a situation that whenever they get into a conversation with me, I would switch the conversation to where they would have to be on the defensive, and they didn't have a damn thing to say to defend themselves. That's why they were so desperate to get rid of me, because I was not interested in their corruptive bullshit. And you can check the reviews of that place. People will tell you there's a lot of favoritism going on there. They do not give a damn about their workers. They don't. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I'll just call you Arch. Arch, if you're going through that, as long as it's not private property, keep a audio recorder on you for that. But yeah, definitely keep an audio recorder. But just be careful because they do lace things down, okay? They definitely do. They'll do this to your doorknob, to your home. They'll do this to many other things that you would basically go around having to touch or put your fingers on around times where you basically are going either here or there. Oh, man. I still got to build that damn ultimate shield tomorrow. And they are not going to like that at all, I'm telling you. Because this whole radiation bullshit they're beaming me with right now, that detoxifies both that, the frequencies, and it pumps a lot of positive radiation that would render any type of negative radiation useless. It would just overpower it like crazy. If people want to know how crazy it is out there in the not in the U.S., let me tell you something. There are people in other countries, right, who are already at war right now. Even now, I'm being hit with radiation. Even as I'm talking to you all, I'm still being hit with radiation. Outside, which has to be 100%. Yeah, definitely. I made sure I got some Epsom salt that I can use. Arch, don't even bother. You need an actual audio recorder, not your phone. They can just hack that and corrupt the data. You don't even want to bother with that. Just get yourself an actual audio recorder. You can have that going throughout the whole day, and it works just as good as the phone would do. Just the regular. There's plenty of regular audio recorders you can get, but anything that is not connected to the internet that you can basically, have an SD card in. You want one like that, so that way you can basically, if you need to basically like post it or create a copy of it, you want to do that. But whenever you transfer files, don't ever, and I mean don't ever, transfer the hard original copy. Not transfer, like just don't move it from there to from the storage to your device. Keep it on there and just copy it from there. Just copy it, and then you can just keep that hard copy on the the SD card. Oh damn! Matter of fact, where is my organite crystal? Oh man. I know that situation was dangerous, but I couldn't help but laugh. The fact that they would beam me with that much radiation just shows the sheer amount of how pissed off I made them. And if they think that I'm gonna stop there because of that, oh no. I'm gonna continue to make them mad. And I'm going to continue to help spread awareness and help as many people as I possibly can. Because nobody deserves to go through any of this. And how these people can just roll. I tell them the freaking channel's name so they see what is on there. And yet even when you'll still catch them still psyoping the fuck out of you. You'll still catch them doing it, and they have the gall to roll their eyes, so they don't care. They don't care about what they're doing. They are fine with torturing people. They're fine with it. They have absolutely no problem with it. They get off from that crap, and if anything, I'm actually grateful because something. I had a feeling that people were that messed up, and I'm glad I was right. And I almost ended up losing my mind becoming one of them, but I fought against that. I fought against it. Thanks, Tansy. It's but in my case, I'm still worried about Vulcan because I don't think he has an anti-nano bucket though. If anything, in fact, I'm gonna have to wait until he does another live stream. I think I'm gonna let him get that bucket, and I'm gonna give him a coil of copper so he can basically make his own bucket. Because I could use that Home Depot bucket for something else, but I would rather give that to another TI who can basically put it to some good use. The only thing he'll have to do is get the tape and the AC to DC adapter. Oh, damn. I was basically wondering whether I should have or should have not have gotten the second freaking a second freaking what is that? Schumann resonator. I'm glad I did, because if I hadn't, I probably wouldn't even be here right now. I probably would not have made it back home the way that I just did right now. I probably would have not have. But it isn't the materialistic things that's doing it. It's the Most High looking out for me. Wait, you said I actually tried to get a hold of him before because he told me to contact him through email, but they're blocking that. So I can't contact them through email at all. Let me tell you something though. The last time I was immediately planning on trying to get a hold of Kyle, let me tell you something what happened, because you just reminded me. And I know they forced my aunt to do this. They definitely did. The whole time, when I went into the other part of my apartment, there was no hidden cameras in there. I know because I checked it with the equipment. The neighbor on the left side of my apartment came out of his unit, shouting out to the people on the right side unit, saying, "He over here, he over here, he over here." And I'm hearing them walking down the damn hallway, sounding like they're carrying something, right? So I ignore it. What happens a little bit after that, they keep trying to psyop. It doesn't work. So my aunt calls me, right? I don't answer because of what they did. I'm not finna mention what it was, but it was enough for me to basically cut off ties for my own protection. But it didn't mean that I didn't at least show them how to basically break free from this tech. I still shared that information with them, even though they basically aided into that. And I could tell and see it in my aunt's eyes. She did not want to do what she did. She didn't. She was basically left with no other choice because she was being forced into it. They used these weapons on her, and that's precisely what happened. Now then, I'm at work, right? The next following day. Later on, around the time when I get off of work, turns out my aunt shows up out of nowhere with both her boyfriend and my brother in a car, right? They tried stopping me. I just ignore it because I had a feeling what this was. But she ended up tipping me off, letting me know that basically the cops were in my apartment. And they filed, a missing person report was filed, right? But, she at least warned me that, that they were in there. And the minute I realized that them assholes was in my unit, I'm like, okay, I know what the fuck they did. I know. And sure enough, I got my meter. I checked the mirror. And, of course, they put a fucking camera in the damn mirror. There's two of them still there, too. I didn't bother removing them, but I could always just get rid of them if I wanted to. Let me tell you something, though. They would freak the fuck out if I did, and they would just come up with another reason to install another one. So I want people to understand cops used and forced my aunt to put up a falsified missing persons report. That's what it was. Now, I was at work. Nobody told me anything. Nobody. And if my aunt went up to my job looking for me, they lied to her. That's precisely what happened. I had caught so much evidence, dude. So much evidence of their psyop stuff. So much of the verbal harassment. How did you find it? Oh, easy. Did you know that you can basically use a? There's two things you can use. You can basically use an app for this too. The EMF meter apps. They can be used to detect hidden cameras. You got to have that magnet. I think the magnet field, whatever the magnification field, whatever they call that thing on your phone, though. Most new based phones don't have that, or some of them don't. Yeah, Tansy, you didn't know that? You can just use that app to basically detect hidden cameras. And what I did, right, because I didn't just jump to conclusions, I went ahead and bought my Gauss meter and I bought the hidden camera detector, and both of them had the same reading. High amounts of radiation coming from the damn mirror. Both of them. Well, I got the tools to remove the mirrors to basically show that there's cameras in there. I do. Every time I started messing around there would always be a perp basically bashing out of their room, just literally freaking out. But here's the thing, Arch. Even if I can get proof to basically show TIs, but the cops ain't gonna do shit about that. The court system is rigged. It's not gonna do shit about it. Mostly you want to check along the floor. They use if you're wondering what they do, they use motion. They implant motion detectors in your floor, and they implant hidden cameras in very inconspicuous spots. This could be your mirror. This could even be as far as somewhere along the flooring somewhere. Yeah, definitely. That's what I always do. I just keep them covered. I'll always keep them covered. I never uncover any one of them. I keep a sheet or some type of towel or something always over that, and I never remove it. It's like I said, though. It is the new age of peeping Tom. Individuals who clearly don't have much of a life of their own, so they gotta basically invade somebody else's. And that's really nothing to be proud of, man. None of that is. If they want, Creep of the Month award, they got it. Basically, they got it. Oh, damn. Damn, it's a good thing I got Epsom salt in my socks. I'm feeling nanotech moving around over there. In fact, I think this manipulation would have been 10 times worse if I had not have been patched up with the Epsom salt patches, because I still got some on my legs as well as the stuff that's on my feet too. Oh, man. Looks like I'm hitting 15%. Either that or they're messing with the battery. No, they're not messing with it, but I need to turn this brightness down. Oh, man. Oh, Christian, There's two different vids of that. There's the full audio, which is on one channel, and then there's the actual visuals of the people involved on the other. That audio feed is pretty long, so I actually had to edit it. Man, oh man. If people want to, if you all hadn't caught it before, if you get yourself a hold of rare earth magnets, what you want to do is tape those behind your ears. What that would do is basically break off their frequencies, and whatever synthetic chips are there, it'll render them. It'll basically make them useless. Won't even be able to use them. In fact, anywhere where you possibly have a chip, you can use that. Now, that is in one of the recent vids I've uploaded. It's even a new channel that a lot of fellow TIs definitely want to check out there too. And I believe the channel is called A Truth Denied, I believe. And they just got a ton of evidence on that channel. But I still need to find those other channels that I need to find those other channels that basically have it to where it's evidence that's shown, but it's basically, those channels that are shadow banned severely that they don't want people to find. Those are the channels I'm still looking for. I've only found a few. And I've already posted and, showed people it, but I still got to find the rest. Oh, man. Damn. Man, dude, they just do not give a damn. Has anybody heard anything at all from Vulcan? Because I don't think he's made a vid since that last live stream he made. Oh, man. Christian, I know what's difficult, but you got to look at the bright side on all of this. We're woke, and we're not alone out there. There are many other people going through the same thing, and more we're finding more and more ways to break free from it, and to basically take both our minds and our bodies back from this technology that they seek to basically have steal our lives away. Oh, you talking about? Who? Kyle. All right. He probably did take a break, but oh man, if they hit me that badly with this stuff, he's gonna have to be careful because I can only imagine what they're doing on his end of town. Oh, but that whole thing with them putting cameras in my apartment, using my aunt as a scapegoat to basically, come in here. That was the same day that I was officially planning on contacting Kyle under any means necessary. that's exactly that was my actual intent that entire day, and I was just waiting to get off of work to do it, and that's what led up to that basically. Oh man. Oh man, I'm still recovering and I'm getting there, but it's not easy. Yeah, please. Oh crud. I don't even know where I should start. Class is at. Oh yeah. Probably shouldn't think about this, but going back to that guy in a black shirt, he was a paid perp that basically most likely and you know something, this isn't the first time something like that has happened. There was another similar psyop to where they had a woman, right? Basically just walk into this store with a guy, and what she was doing was just immediately putting on a show, acting the fool, doing whatever she can to basically try to distract me, right? The dude she was with was trying to reach, like literally reach for literally was getting too close and was trying to look like he was trying to reach for my damn card. But I wasn't falling for that shit. So the guy had no choice but to, back off. If you guys find yourself in a similar situation, don't pay attention to the person trying to basically act out. Just keep your eyes on what you're doing and you'll be fine. I'm willing to bet that guy who was at the gas station was put up to do something similar, maybe in a different way, I don't know. But I didn't trust that shit. I would say go ahead and do whatever you got to do. I'll wait, and I did. And that was it. He didn't want to be recorded. Christian, I could, but I'm so done with the with working for any fucking job Just for them to do that, I'm just done. Honestly, if I ever do some work, I would rather that be work on just living the rest of my life and with as much peace as I can get. Oh wait, you can hear that? They're just some tortilla chips. I had to dip with it, but if you wanted what broke earlier, that's what it was. I would love to cook, but I don't have the necessary equipment to really store leftovers, and plus that's with being targeted. If you're not aware, don't have any type of leftover Tupperware food in Tupperware because they will lace that while you're gone. They will do that. You guys can hear that? Oh man. Oh damn. I don't want these to get damaged, so I need to move these away. Okay, good. Oh man, it's true, but none of the food within any of these cities or these countries is any good. Well, maybe the food outside the U.S. may be somewhat good, but anything. And wow, hang on, I need to charge this thing. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, it's tangled. Oh, damn. Oh. So, I almost. Oh, I need to be careful. Forgot.
That freaking solar panel is in there. Oh. So as far as my equipment goes, I got my generator. In fact, I need to put a cushion underneath this darn thing so I don't have to worry about it when it hits the floor, just to be safe. But other than that, I got just about almost everything that I'm gonna need for when I go off the grid. I definitely recommend a lot of people to build the entire nano barrel if you can for yourself as well.